Good day, and thank you for joining me for a quick conversation on the actual analysis process. First of all, my name is Alan Haft. I make frequent appearances in print media such as this month's Smart Magazine, where I was interviewed for their article on Roth conversions. I make frequent appearances on television such as CNBC and Fox. I'm also the author of 3 books, including the current bestseller, You Can Never Be Too Rich, and I'm also one of the personal financial columnists for the largest CPA organization in the country, the American Institute of Certified Public Accountants. Let's begin. If you're watching this and you have an IRA or a 401k or something like it and you're thinking about converting to a Roth, the first thing is you should understand what the primary differences of the Roth are. So I want to spend a few minutes just on quickly describing this. In a traditional IRA, the contributions that you make are tax deductible. You will not pay taxes as the account hopefully grows in value, but you will pay taxes when you take your money out. There are age limits on the contributions. 70 years old, after 70 you can't make any more contributions, and there are required distributions. At the age of 70 and a half, if you don't want to take money out of your IRA, you will be forced to, or else you'll pay some pretty big penalties on that. As far as the Roth IRA is concerned, this is made with after-tax money, so you don't get a deduction. You will not pay taxes as the account hopefully grows in value. You will not pay any taxes as your money comes out of the Roth IRA. It's tax-free withdrawals, and that's one of the most compelling features of the Roth IRA. There are no contribution age limits, and there are no required distributions. Another important factor is when the Roth IRA passes to beneficiaries, it's most often never taxed. In a traditional IRA, it almost always is. Okay, so what are the new laws regarding Roth IRAs? 2010 ushered in some new laws, and keep in mind this deals only with conversions, not with contributions. Most importantly, anybody can now convert their IRA or their 401k into a Roth. Before, there were income restrictions, and now there's no longer. If you have an IRA or if you have a 401k, you are eligible to convert the money into a Roth IRA. Secondly, if you do convert, there will be taxes owed, and you can spread out those taxes owed to the IRS over the next 2 years. You don't have to pay them all at once. So, should you convert? Here's a couple things you'll need to keep in mind. The length of time before you might need money from the account, your current and your anticipated future tax situation, the taxes owed on conversion. You will owe taxes if you convert, and will you plan on paying them from your IRA or from another source? Your future tax beliefs. Will tax rates go up or down? What you believe in will help you determine whether or not a conversion is something you should consider. And most importantly, why are you thinking about converting? The 2 most popular answers I get to this question are, I want to leave more money to my heirs, or I want to have more income for me at retirement by way of paying less taxes. If this is the answer that you're thinking of for this particular question, I would highly advise, if you haven't watched it yet, watch this other video on the planning process that I offer on this particular web page, because it might really help you out. Obviously, when you look at this list, you might be scratching your head and thinking, this is pretty tricky. I'm not sure I know all these variables and what to think about. This is what the analysis can really help you with. It will help you understand the taxes owed if you do convert, your break-even point. If you're paying money in taxes, obviously there's going to be a potential break-even point, and how long is it going to be before you make that money back? The estimated future values if you keep your IRA or if you keep your Roth. The opportunity lost on the taxes paid to the IRS. If you're paying money to the IRS now, you're losing the future benefit of that money, and that has to be really factored into your decision-making process. Also, an analysis of your required distributions and taxes owed when keeping the IRA or converting it to a Roth, not only for yourself, but if you have family, for your spouse and your children's lifetime as well. The estimated income if you keep the IRA or if you convert it into a tax-free vehicle, and there's a lot more that's offered with the analysis that I'm not going to get a chance to talk about today. So what does an analysis look like? This is one of the main screens of several that's provided with the report. Over here on the left are various inputs that need to be dictated by you in the form below. If you do proceed forward and actually filling out the form, there's a little video down there that's going to show you and give you more instructions on what these mean. Down below here, the report is going to show at a particular period of time in the future what the IRA is projected to be worth, how much taxes would be owed, what the after-tax amount is, and what the opportunity lost is on the money that you would be paying to the IRS today, giving you a total over here. Down below is the value of the Roth IRA should you decide to convert, and over to the right is what the difference is at that particular point in time. Up above here, there's just a bar graph that gives a visual example of what the numbers down below are. And obviously I can toggle this for you and show you various inputs and what they'll actually mean, but this is something that's well explained in the report should you decide to get one for yourself. Okay, another report that's provided with the analysis is something called the Required Distributions Report, and I find this is very helpful to people. This is going to show you if you wind up keeping your IRA based upon the assumptions provided, how much taxes are you expected to pay the IRS over your lifetime based upon the required distributions only. If you have a spouse that you're planning to pass the IRA to, how much taxes they're expected to be paying to the IRS over their lifetime. And if you have children, if the IRA goes to you, to your spouse, and to your kids based upon the data that you give to me, how much taxes they're expected to be paying based upon assumptions, and what are the totals, not only for yourself and for all your heirs. Over on the right side of the screen would be an assumption if you converted your IRA into a Roth, what would that mean for yourself, for your wife if you have one, for your kids if you have children, and what the totals would be for the Roth IRA should you decide to convert. This is very, very helpful because a lot of people, they only look at the tax rate for themselves if they decide to convert, and they're not looking so far into the future. And this will really help you gain an understanding about the tax ramifications, not only for yourself but for your families as well. Another part of the report that's provided with the analysis is something called the income analysis, which is how much income can you expect to receive from your IRA or from your Roth IRA if you decided to convert. So, if you want to proceed, just look down at the page below and you can fill out that form and watch the video that's going to provide you more help in filling out that form. If you don't want to fill out the form and you want to contact me, you're welcome to call the office. You're also welcome to email me, or if you're in the Southern California area, I have offices in Irvine, in Los Angeles, and San Diego County as well. If you're spread out across the country, feel free to do the analysis as well. I have clients all over the USA. Have a great day. I hope this is of help. Bye-bye.